What's going on, y'all? If I sound like or look like I'm depleted, baby, I am. The y'all know I have low iron and anemia and all that stuff, and it's that time of the month, and that is kicking my butt right about now. Like I've been fine. I felt it yesterday coming down, but and I'm talking about the anemia symptoms and all that stuff, and just feeling out of it. And I woke up this morning, and I just felt I was okay for the most part, but then when I went back to sleep, because I had woke up early to give me something to drink, and then I went back to sleep. And then once I woke back up, it was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I did not realize that I had slept that long. Mind you, it was early when I woke up to get something to drink, and when I woke up and it was almost 12 o'clock in the afternoon, girl, my body was just feeling like I had just went to sleep after staying up for 48 hours. That's how I was feeling. So yeah, I know exactly what it is, and I'm a little bit drained. So y'all, bear with me. And I'm not gonna do too much for this video because again, this is Love and Marriage Detroit, and again, we accomplished absolutely nothing. We are talking about the same freaking thing. And I'm just fed up at this point. And it is so crazy that some of the YouTubers and some of the people that I do follow on social media, whether it's Twitter or YouTube, who talk about this show, they're just as fed up as well, you know. And I'm sitting here like, I hate to say this. This show had potential. It hooked me in the first couple of episodes. And now it has gone down the drain, and no one, and when I say absolutely no one on this cast is likable and enough for me to get my blood pressure up over. Because girl, what I asked the question, I don't even know if y'all, and let me just say this, I just don't understand how some of these shows get so many fans, or at least these blood diehard fans, especially when it comes to the Love and Marriage franchise. Not trying to, downplay it or, make it seem like it's nothing, but I'm just confused, and I just really want somebody to explain it to me, especially when it's a new show and we know none of the people previously. How do these shows be getting people to go so hard for these people that's on the show? And I'm bringing this up because I don't even remember if I mentioned this in another video. So I had said something because last week, the video, well, the episode came on, and y'all saw Brandon up there doing all the not Brandon, Anthony up there doing the lookbook photography thing or whatever. Okay, he doing some stuff. And I was like, girl, how many jobs he got? What exact job do he have? Like, what is his title? What exactly do he do? Because he looked like he a jack of all trades at this point. He been doing this, and this. So I had tweeted and I had said, now mind you, when I be talking about these shows, 9 out of 10s, if I'm tweeting something, I'm just tweeting something. It ain't deep for me. I'm just putting out my initial thoughts. It ain't nothing for me to go so deep into it where I need to go do some research on this and all this, because I really don't care. It was just in the moment, so that's what I put out there. I just literally said, what exactly do Anthony do? That's all I said, And it is person, which kills me, because it be people, you don't say nothing to me on my timeline the whole time you're following me. I don't even know that you exist. And this is not me, being shady or whatever. I literally don't know that you exist because I didn't even know that you was following me. And then the one time that you do say something, it's for you to want to be combative and try to start a debate and be negative. I don't like stuff like that, okay? That don't go well over with me. And I don't understand people who do that. You don't know me, I don't know you, and obviously the person didn't know me because all I said, they followed me though. And of course I looked at the profile as an older person. I said, Lord Jesus, she looked like she was about 40 some years old, or she could be almost 40. I don't know, but she old enough to know better. And gonna say, well, he did an interview with Carlos or whatever that explained what he did. You can watch it. And I said, so what did he say? That's all I said. I said, so what did he do? That's what I said. What did he do? And she was like, well, you could go watch the video and you could get the answer there. And I was like, no. That's literally all I said. I said, no. No, thank you. Because I'm not finna watch it's one thing that I'm watching Carlos shows on TV. I'm not going to go to this YouTube channel just to watch something about people that I truly don't care for. Mind you, she responded back to this comment hours after the show. And I don't even know if it was hours after the show or the next day. It was the next day. Something like that. And I'm just sitting here like, girl, it ain't that deep. And then she just said, I just said, nah. And y'all know me, if I'm on Twitter and I'm responding to stuff or whatever, especially when it's talking about these shows, I don't care, so I'm not taking it serious, so please don't take it serious. And I thought by now people would know that. And most of the time, my tweets be shady about a show either way. So, of course, everybody, because, you know, we get on Twitter just for shits and giggles. You know, at least that's what I do. And so this person literally said, it's a shame, that's what's wrong with black people now. They don't want to look up information just to, they want to don't have the lack of knowledge or whatever, so they don't want to look up the information or something. They tried to get deep with it. And I said, what? And I mean, a back and forth ensued because I was just really I was intrigued at this point because I wanted to know her. I just wanted to get her pissed off because she was getting pissed off, but then tried to say I was pissed off the whole time. I'm just sitting here like, this is interesting because each and every time I respond, I said, girl, it ain't that deep. Girl, I don't care. But you want to say it's deep. You try to act like I'm the one that's pissed off about it, but yeah, you the one that's getting your feelings and get upset because I don't want to. Girl, I'm just like Latoya, okay? You know, I'm smart. I said, why you want to be like somebody else? You can't be like yourself. You grow, right? Please don't come in my comments doing no mess like that, okay? Because you're not going to get the reaction. The only time, and see, that makes me not want to interact with folks at all sometimes. That's why I have periods where I just tweet or I just post and don't say nothing because I don't want to feel like going back and forth with people. I'm too old for that. I'm too grown for that. And I don't care about this show. I just don't understand how these shows get freaking stands like that. I mean, she was going up for Anthony and Latoya. I said, wow. First of all, you going up for people that we don't know. And they don't know you. But we definitely don't know them. And nobody on this cast is worth going up for. I'm sorry to say that. But it's just that they have not proven themselves worthy of that yet. Because all of them are just irritating as hell. Case in point, I'm sorry. I did that in the last video. Let me put that down. Case in point. We pick up this episode with this whole conversation that Latoya was having with Christina. And at this point, Latoya is having this conversation on her own. Latoya literally let Christina get her so hot and so pissed off. And Christina didn't even do nothing to even warrant all of that. I'm not finna come to somebody else's event to try to confront them on an issue that ain't really, I mean, in a sense, it is probably concerning her because she do work with Brittany and Anthony is her husband, but it wasn't that deep. It wasn't that deep for her to be getting so mad, for her to, it came to a point where she's sitting there fanning herself. She turned the colors. Like, you know, sometimes when we light-skinned people, that's one thing that I can't stand about being light-skinned, because it literally gives away. One of my telltale signs, when I am pissed off, I light up. When I'm nervous, I light up. I hate that. It gives it away. You know what I'm saying? And girl, she turning red in the face. She all overheating and everything. And I'm just sitting here like, girl, is it really that deep? If the girl, Christina, you did lie. And I feel like either Christina did not remember, she misremembered or misheard what Brittany said. And then she repeated what she thought she said. And, you know, that's just what it was. Or she really just could have been trying to start some stuff, but I truly don't feel like it at this point. I don't know. Either way, Christina lied, and she gonna hold fast to it, okay? And my whole thing is, I just want to see how that play out at the reunion, if they have a reunion. Y'all know who having a reunion? What's his name? Jamie from Love and Marriage DC. He tweeted, mind you, it popped up on my For You timeline because I don't follow him. He tweeted and said either the reunion is the reunion is done filming or they're about to start or they're whatever. And I'm sitting here like, when I saw the tweet, I wanted to say, now what? You putting out information about the reunion for Love and Marriage DC being filmed or done filming, and we ain't even got the last half of the season. don't even know when the thing coming back. And somebody did ask that, and he was like, don't worry about it. We got 11 episodes plus the reunion. And I'm sitting here like, what? Who does this? This don't make any sense the way this is going about. You literally put Love and Marriage Huntsville on, and then you put that on break, and then you brought Love and Marriage DC on. They go on their half break, and then you bring Love and Marriage Huntsville back to finish their season, and then you do their reunion, and then you were supposed to bring back Love and Marriage DC so that they can finish their season, and we can get the reunion, and then bring on Love and Marriage Detroit. Or bring on Love and Marriage Huntsville, have Love and Marriage Detroit come on, and then when Love and Marriage Detroit, bitch, some way, somehow, Love and Marriage DC should have been over. You focusing all on Love and Marriage Detroit, and it ain't even that good. It's not even good, okay? I honestly would probably, truth be told, Love and Marriage DC ain't no better. But that's all I got. Love and Marriage DC ain't that better. Because honestly, I didn't forget. And now you done already filmed a reunion. And I'm like, girl, what? I don't know what's going on over there with Carlos and whatever his production company is called. But I feel like they're dropping the ball. And, you know, this is why we get on him so much about the fact that you're so heavily focused on the Real Housewives franchise on the channel that you're no longer with production and company with that let you go, that you're no longer working for, but yet, and you're talking mad stuff about them and their shows and all this stuff, whatever, and what needs to be done and all this stuff, but yet you're not cleaning up your own backyard. Your backyard, your front yard, your side yard with your own projects is just not right. They need to be cleaned and fixed and revamped themselves, because the ratings for your own shows are decreasing, and the quality of it with the people that you got coming on, they ain't that good either, okay? So can we focus on what needs to be focused that's actually giving us the money and, you know, making your bread and butter? Because at this point, your shows ain't doing too good. Meaning that they were or one, and I'm not going to be a hater because Carlos can put out some good shows. It's just, can he continue to keep it good? And obviously at this point, he can't. We is literally in episode, what is this? Episode 8. And I am bored with this show right about now because they keep talking about the same thing. Latoya, I'm going to tell you this, girl. I'm going to tell you this. Get over it. Get over it. Latoya literally sat there, stood there, and I'm sorry to be getting sidetracked, but y'all already know because like I said, the episode really wasn't nothing. I just had to vent. I really did. Because it irks me sometimes because I see potential, and when I see potential and then I see it get thrown to the wayside, I'm just like, girl, what? Why? It started off okay and then it just went, you know? I just feel like at one point reality shows is about to phase out. I don't know why I had that feeling, but I just do. Or at least it's about to phase out for me, you know? But either way, Latoya allowed Christina to get pissed off at her, and then Christina said, well, I'm going to just end this right here because I'm at my own brunch and we're not finna do this. That is what we're not finna do. And Christina said, well, if you got, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, why are you upset? And I wanted to know the same thing, especially with the Kobe situation. It ain't got nothing to do with you, Latoya. Like, I understand not wanting to have drama, and I understand, you know, don't bring my husband. I get it, but at the same time, you're doing way too much. You're doing way too much, and you're allowing yourself to get riled up for no reason. Kobe come over there trying to see stuff, and, you know, but you brought my husband's name up into it, and you said it. Y'all said that y'all don't like Britney. And she was like, I never said that. I never said that. At this point, the way that it's going, I honestly don't feel like Brandon said that in the context of the way that Anthony is trying to portray that he said that. I do believe Brandon said something, but I don't think he meant it in the way that Anthony is trying to put it out there, as if he really was saying he don't like that lady at all. Because why would he mess up her opportunities unless he's trying to sabotage his own wife? That really don't make sense. And that'll come off very like, you know, you're being petty, you're being a little bitch and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure Brandon don't want to be seen like that, but even though they all are being seen like that, I just don't know. And I see what they trying to do, because when this show first started, the narrative was heavily on Brandon, of how he's an asshole, he's a jerk, he's not attentive to his wife, he don't care, he damn near don't want to be in a relationship with her, to now it's being flipped to us being, or at least person like me thinking like, well, I'm going to be on their side, because I feel like they kind of sabotaging them in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because it just don't look right for you to be going at your friend of 20 plus years like this. It just don't look right, regardless of what they trying to say. Meanwhile, they want to do this whole get together. Girl, I don't feel like, after you done came in me at my brunch and you calling me a liar, even though I did lie, and I just didn't realize it, or I'm just being, trying to be steadfast and hold faith. You want me to go on a trip with you to a wine country? Girl, hell no. And I said, when I found out that they was riding on the same bus with each other, and then they playing games and stuff with each other, I said, so we kick in after we just got through, you just damn near cussed me out, you called me a conniving liar and all this stuff, and I'm condescending and I'm this and I'm that, and I never did. And see, this is the thing, Christina never actually did anything to Latoya for her to be feeling this way, okay? I could see if Christina was out here talking mess about Latoya and dogging her out and all this stuff. She barely even said anything about Anthony. She didn't even dog him out or whatever. So I'm just not understanding, why is everybody getting so up in arms and allowing themselves to get so mad over little things and making it big. Kobe and Russell getting so mad over the Kobe cat. Yeah, that would hurt me for a second, but it ain't enough for me to say, oh, I would have broke your back and all this stuff, woo, 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 and don't talk to my husband, it wouldn't, no. And you up here saying that my husband said this. Well, your husband did say something. All right, your husband really do be talking to women and being up in women's business just like y'all do, okay? So let's not act like he don't. Latoya has this air, the way that she feels how Christina is the way that Latoya is actually displaying herself. Latoya has this air of superiority, just because I feel as though she feels that she's probably a little bit more, I guess, mature and classy and all of that stuff, because she has a doctorate and she's a doctor for real, and since you got your degrees and shit, that's what it feels like, and she's putting that on display. Okay, she's trying to make it seem like she's a little bit better, and I don't think that she's trying to, but that's exactly what it's coming off as, and I just don't like it anymore, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's coming out more and more, and I just don't understand it. I really don't. Y'all playing games, y'all get to the wine place and everything, and then y'all go have dinner. Okay, y'all go have dinner, and I want to get, if I'm gonna come on a trip, baby, I don't want to sit at the table and be talking about mess. And that ain't tense. I really don't want to talk while I'm trying to eat. Okay, we can have a little chat, but we ain't finna get deep. I want to eat my food, and if I want to laugh, girl, that's what I want to do. I don't want to sit here and try to hash out problems while I'm eating at the table, especially if the food look good, okay? I'm just saying, because 9 out of 10, I starve myself trying to get there, because when I travel, I don't eat before I get to the place where I need to go, because, this insides just don't be acting right. So by the time I get there, I am hungry. I don't want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear what this plate got to say, okay? That's just what it is, because that's going to be the one and only meal I have that day. Listen, I don't have time for it, okay? But then they sit down, Latoya, like, we want to get everything out on the table, And I'm glad Christina said, well, Latoya, you came at me like you had an issue with me and all this stuff and woo, woo, woo. And the whole thing of it is, the one I give it to, and I would give it to Bravo, because Bravo showed up with his girl, and he was like, everybody keep on talking about, well, Brittany said this, Brittany said this, Brittany said, it's a lot of he say, she say, and all this stuff, and the common denominator in all of this is Brittany. Why don't we get Brittany and get it in front of the horse's mouth? Girl, Anthony called Brittany, and Brittany said, listen, at the, no, I said, because Christina wanted to say, she said that you said that they had a problem with her. And then I was like, who was they? And she was like, me and Christina, which or she should say me and Brandon, and then you said the Harrison. And then when they got on the phone with Brittany, Brittany said, no, I didn't say nothing about the Harrises. And that's exactly what happened in that conversation with Christina. Baby, I will tell you this. Christina, at the way that your ass was sitting there looking at them when they picked up that phone and got her on the phone, when they said, let's just call her. The way her face looked, that confirmed to me, girl, you knew that she was lying and you got caught up into it, and you probably said the wrong thing. You didn't realize it, and then you went back and you thought and said, damn, no, she didn't say that. You right, but I don't want to say that you right, and I'm not thinking that they gonna just pull out the phone and call the girl in front of me, and so that I can be looking stupid and find out that, yeah, I was kind of lying, because I ain't want to say, well, you got me, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I misheard, you know what I'm saying? That's what it felt like. She was sitting there like, oh, shit. I said, yeah, girl, you could have just said, well, my bad. Well, my bad. Okay, that's what I thought she had said, and if she said that she didn't say that, she didn't say that. Moving on from that. You know, and I need Latoya to stop it, okay? Because even when Brandon and Anthony was going back and forth a little bit, Latoya want to keeps interjecting in their issues and everybody else's issues, and she want to be, she's so my man. That's fine, but let me tell you something. Just because you think that your man don't lie to you doesn't mean that he don't lie. Just because Brittany said what she said doesn't mean that your man is not a liar. Okay? Nobody is without fault. I even feel like people that says that they don't lie, they really do lie sometimes, and they don't realize it. They probably don't say big lies. They say little white lies. They say lies of omission. You know, they probably say little small lies that's not really all that or whatever. But Anthony can't tell me, you know, I look at Anthony and just tell that he can lie about some stuff. Anthony is a snake. Out of all of the men, he made me put Brandon before him. And y'all know when the show came on, I really couldn't stand Brandon. But it was just ridiculous that they still have to talk about this. Brandon did give Kobe an apology when the dinner first happened, though. Because y'all remember, she kept on talking about how, you know, I need to talk to Brandon and all this stuff. And then when he gave her the apology without even asking for it, he just said, before we get started, I just want to sit down and talk to you, Kobe, and tell you that I apologize for saying the things that I said. It was wrong. I was trying to be funny at the same time, trying to take up for my wife, and it just didn't come out right. It was the wrong time, wrong place, and I really do apologize. I would have took it and just moved on, because it's not that deep. It is not that deep. Kobe said, cool, but I'm going to just let you know that the trust is broken. I don't know how to feel and all of that stuff, because it's like, what if I do this or whatever? Is Brandon going to think that I'm copying Christina or I'm doing this after? I said, girl, I get it, but girl, shut up. I'm just like, take it. Okay, just take it and move on, because it's not that deep. Y'all not even friends like that. So why are you so, I don't get it. I don't get it. And just was up in it. I don't think his apology was sincere. What you want him to do? What you want people to do? To get down on the floor, kiss your ass and your feet or whatever, and say, please forgive me, please forgive me? He ain't asked for your forgiveness. He just wanted to apologize, okay? So you can forgive, forget, and move on, or not. Okay, you ain't got to forgive. You accepted the apology, move on. It's some trust that got to be built and all this stuff. I said, but you and Russell are just, I see why y'all together, okay? Meanwhile, even Bravo said that it says like Brittany lying. They said somebody is lying. They don't even think that Brittany and them telling the complete truth. Because again, Brittany could be taking up for Brandon and trying not, because he did. And if you notice, Brandon did say, yo, Brittany, you on speakerphone in front of everybody. That's also, if you ever, and I'm not saying that Brittany is lying, but I just want y'all to know this. If you are trying to come down to the bottom of something, that's some he say, she say stuff with somebody that's friends with somebody, and they got a good connection to them, and they call them on the phone, and then as soon as you say, yo, you on speakerphone, I just want you to know that you on speakerphone and everybody's here, they can lie for you right then and there, especially if you know how close. Girl, yeah, I know how the game is, but I don't think Brittany is lying. I don't think Brittany is lying. I really do think that Anthony told them that, and Anthony is the one that's lying and stirring up stuff. I really do. Because look at the way that he's been acting with Brandon. I just don't understand why he's acting like that with him. I don't get it, okay? Brandon feels like it's a target on his back. Christina feel like Latoya got a target on Christina's back, and I just don't understand. Why do you have a problem with Christina when Christina didn't do absolutely nothing to you, Latoya? The issue is between Brandon and freaking Anthony. And if anything, you should be coming down on your husband and be like, why y'all going through this, and why are you going back and forth when it's supposed to be your homeboy of many, many years? Mind you, Brandon was in the picture 9 out of 10 before Latoya was, you know? So I'm just like, this is really ridiculous at this point. They're acting very much snobby, and they're acting like they're trying to be the main couple, the it couple of the show. That's just what it's giving. Brandon, I'm going to just say this about you right quick. You mean to tell me you got that man bun on top of your head and it's cut the way that it's cut so it can be easily put into a ponytail by anybody, including yourself, and you can't do it yourself? Cut it. Okay? Cut it. I said, Christina, this is why he act the way he act, because you're babying him right now. I would have said, nigga, ain't nothing wrong with your hair. You got that little old space up your head, and you can't put that thing up in a bun. Baby, you better YouTube it if you can't. Okay, I could see if it was all the way around. It was real, real long and all that stuff, and it was unmanageable. No, that ain't what it is. Meanwhile, they doing all of that. What else wound up happening that's of importance of this show? They go to the winery stuff, and Christina and the girls, everybody else was on the bus, where Anthony and them was already there, or I should say Anthony and Latoya, because they getting stuff together, right? And so at this point, Christina is voicing her opinion about what's going on between her and Latoya, and I just feel like people are being fake again, because you have this situation where now Christina feels like she's getting attacked unfairly by Latoya because she didn't do anything to Latoya. But Latoya is reacting because of the things that Kobe has told her, the things that as if she seemed like Kobe seems like a little damsel in distress or whatever. And now Kobe's sitting there like, I mean, I did tell her some things, but I can understand. And I said, oh, so now you on Christina's side with this? But I said, what is going on? What is going on? I just don't get it, okay? And at one point, you know, Kobe did go out there trying to talk to Latoya at the little winery or whatever. I don't even remember what was said. I'm just going to fast forward to the end, because this is what got me. You got the men out there playing ball on the beach, right? And then Brandon wants to, you know, confront Anthony, tell him what's up. I feel like you're sabotaging me. I feel like something's going on. What is your issue with me? Because Anthony winds up telling him that Lyrique is going to be in on the showcase, okay? And he was like, I don't want that to happen. That man has been poaching my clients. He's been stealing clients from me. He's been trying to, you know, mess my game up ever since I came into Star Factory and all of this stuff. And Anthony is not trying to hear what he has to say. His whole thing is, okay, well, that's on my staff, and if I want to bring him in, I'm going to bring him in. You can bring in whoever you want to bring in. I ain't know nothing about that. It is what it is. You need to get over it and whatever. I'm sitting here like, granted, what you saying is right, that if he on your staff and, you know, you can bring him in, but it's the way that you don't listen to his concerns. You don't take into consideration his feelings, okay? If you was a real friend, and if y'all was really doing partnership with this, and y'all was real about what it was, about your intentions with this showcase and everything, you would have came to him and told him and asked him, how do you feel about this, before you actually went on ahead and hired him. Regardless of if you bringing your staff on and you bringing your staff on, and I ain't got no problem you bring your staff on, but y'all doing this all together. So y'all need to do it together, and y'all need to be cohesive, and you need to be a unit, and that's what the problem is. And you trying to act like you ain't got no issue with him, and he calling you out, and you do. You clearly do. And he was like, I ain't got no reason to hate on you, okay? Zero. And it's just the way that he talks down to him. And it's like, that's the reason why I said, Brandon, You up here trying to feel like your wife was the one. You being married is what was stopping you. Baby, you should be looking at the fact that your friend over here and the way that he been talking to you ever since these cameras been up. Baby, it feel like he could possibly have, I wouldn't put it past Anthony to be trying to throw monkey wrenches this whole time and bring this little career by the way that he talking to. Like, it's just really rude, and I just really don't like it. And I wouldn't be friends with him no more. That'd be going down the drain. That'd be it over. But it is what it is. I feel like these motherfuckers is too sensitive on this show. And I feel like these issues are very much non-issues at this point. And they just making mountains out of molehills for nothing. But anyway, y'all, I'm sorry that I went off on tangents. I'm sorry that it probably feel like I was just ranting and raving or whatever. But you know how it is. I apologize. I truly do. But my iron pill starting to kick in a little bit because I got a little energy. I don't know, maybe because I just did that and I don't know. I probably get down as soon as I turn up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, I'll see y'all later. Okay? Peace.